I'm back for my little trip, and I'm just in time to review Fruits Baskets. And so, to make this quick, I'll divide this review into two sections. One focusing on Toru, and the second part um, regarding Sugar Ray and their situation. Toru's situation will go first because it seems a lot easier to talk about. It's just some pieces of what happened from last episode. And it seems that people could say, which could be true, that she is Sugar Ray's little pawn, if you want to put it in a very cruel sense. But I can't argue with it. It is kind of that way. He is using Toru as a piece to mess up the chessboard for him to get to Akito, which seems very accurate to explain it that way. So, can't be wrong. That being said, she's still having this sort of guiltiness towards her, where she knows the truth, but she can't say anything about it. It's a secret. The perfect example is when she's talking to Sugar Ray, and she wants to say something about it, even though Sugar Ray knows that she found out. She doesn't feel like saying it because that's the kind of person Toru is. She said, what's the point of interrogating him about it? Because Sugar Ray is one of the oldest members of the Zodiac Curse, so of course he knows something about it. So he's just waiting for her to say something, but she won't do it. Give her time, I guess. Even at school, when it came to Momiji and Kyo, she felt like telling Momiji that what if she told Momiji, she didn't know what would happen. Maybe Momiji could have a normal relationship with his sister. Or even talk about Kyo, where Kyo can break free, where he can be free from his fate after graduation, which is a thing. But she felt like she mentions it just a little, and Kyo like, I don't want to joke about that, and she felt like if she looked at him, she would cry. But of course, Kyo's not the type of guy to be mad at Toru like that. So, things just got more complex. He even gave her one of those folded flowers, or meant for the seniors who are graduating for that year. So it was a nice little touching moment. Of course, they had to get interrupted, but not in a very awkward way like they usually do. So I'm glad that didn't happen. So she even goes back home, and she's wondering about Isuzu. Isuzu also was looking to break the curse desperately, just like she was. So she kind of felt bad. So if anyone she should tell, it should be Isuzu. But she don't know once again, as Isuzu knows as well. But Isuzu is going through her own problems with Akito's mom, Ren, who's plotting something devious with Isuzu. We'll have to see where that goes from there. Now we can get on to the main part, which is Sugar Ray. Now, this one goes back and forth, with past being a totally weird soap opera of who sleeps with who and all this stuff. Like, my goodness. You think you have Sugar Ray figure out, but you don't. What is Sugar Ray's main goal in all this? What does he truly want? Is it to really get rid of the curse? Yes, but why does he want to get rid of the curse? Is it really just to free the Somas or something else? Maybe he's trying to free Akito herself. Turns out we see a thing from the past where Sugar Ray confessed that Akito was more important to him than anyone else in the world. However, things got kind of complicated down the road where she's been hanging around Kurana, and then to get back at her, he decided to sleep with freaking Ren's mom. I mean, Akito's mom, Ren. It's like, dude, when you think about it, Akito like what? Sugar was a kid when Ren was pregnant with Akito, so she was like a freaking adult. So, hey man, you cougar splash in here, man. Oh man, Sugar Ray, you don't play around. So it caused him distance. It turns out he used that way to get himself rid of the main house, to live out, outside of Soma residence. So what people didn't know is that it's just because of the love that Sugar Ray had for Akito, which was true, and he saw Kuina there, he hates Kuina's guts because of that. Because Akito found out that Kuina had been lifted the curse, she's been desperately trying so hard to keep him close to her, not as a form of love, but a sign of desperation, and doing whatever she can to keep him there, and that caused to hurt Sugar Ray. Sugar Ray's mad about this. So he's like, yo man, my girl back, you over here interrupting. So he's finding a way, the only way to break this is that everyone breaks the curse. So that way she can't be held down to nobody. She won't have to be desperately trying to hold on to this fake bond. So that way he can have her all to himself. I think that's what Sugar Ray's main goal is to have Akito all to himself. But in order to do that, he has to break this curse, so she won't be clinging on to these people no more. So that pretty much wraps it up, really. And of course, at the end, where she got jealous of him, and then it just immediately just go right at it. Dang, Sugar Ray, you just don't play around, or I guess you do. Well, anyways, that's pretty much it, really, man. Like I said, this is the final run. This is the end game. Things will only get more dramatic from here on out. We know all the shocking revelations. All I know is to do now is to find out what else to do, how to solve this problem. And I think they will towards the end. Come on, it's been years later. But anyways, I'm just appreciative of how we're getting this beautiful story being recreated once again. Not to mention Shaman King as well. And as usual, I always have this pondering on my mind. What should they remake next, you know? I just love these anime remakes so much. They just do so well for me. Because when you're looking at the American stuff, it just makes you want to throw up. And you just want to look at the Japan stuff, you're like, thank God for you. So anyway, I just want to end it here. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and of course, hit that bell icon. This has been Madcrownxox on Anime. Signing out.